Maybe I'd like to add to that. The topic was brought up. Today's security problems are not usually the hardest problems. It's vulnerabilities that you know of that you could fix next month that companies don't fix. It's the missing of an SBOM. It's the missing of a crypto. That's a real problem. But I also think we're not having the right discussion. Because we often say companies must do this, companies must do that. No, the product that we put to the market should be secure in the first place. I'm an engineer, I know you can't prove correctness in an NP-hard problem. You can't do that, but you could put better quality software and hardware on the market, because if we would build bridges or buildings like we build software, we wouldn't be sitting in here. We would search a field where we don't get hit by the debris. And I think, no, it's reality. Come on, let's be honest. We're not doing a good job as an engineering discipline. We took the engineering out and basically put it out on the market, make big buck quickly, and then sell software to fix what we've broken in the first place. It's a genius business model, not bad, but at the same time companies can't use it, right? And also companies struggle with using SIM systems because they don't really help you to address the problem. That's where the chance of AI and actually having a good migration plan to PQC and so on help you to actually clean up the mess on the one hand side from the vendors that can now use this technology to put out better software. There's been very interesting research with DARPA, for example. How can AI be used for verification of software? And that can be applied to cryptocurrencies. A good friend of mine, he works with the Ethereum Foundation. They do a lot of formal proofing of their algorithms. If you can do that more efficiently, if you can compute it more efficiently, that's going to help. But, and that's where we governments also come in the end. You mentioned there's an interest in data sovereignty, there's an interest in, connections, and not everyone is your friend, so I think that's where we need to work together with industry to generate a more beneficial environment where companies can earn the money that sell products, but also those that buy are secure, and we actually can defend government interests.
Thank you very much. There's a question, and then,
back here in the corner. Thank you, Patrick Rausauer. I'd like to move one abstraction level up and would like to ask the question, there's a saying, US innovates, Asia operates, and Europe regulates. Is this going to be a chance for the West or a risk versus developments in Asia? And where does Europe stand on all this? We've seen this large AI investment plan coming up in the US. Do we have in Europe sort of a lag in that development? Do we have a chance to catch up? And Switzerland as a fundamental democracy with notoriously slow speed in developments, where do we stand on this?
Florian?
Yeah, so Switzerland is not the European Union, it's not the European Union that regulates, and we're approaching it a little bit differently in Switzerland. And I think it shows in the innovative products that we have. We have, YST, we have we have others in the field of GPS and so on. We're just often not aware that they're actually globally relevant and selling good products. I think over-regulating is a worry, and especially in the security area. Even yesterday, I was on different events, and everyone was like, you need to regulate more. I'm like, no, that's not going to solve your problem, because the bad guys, they don't care about laws. That's the thing. On the other hand, not regulating can also lead to problems. That's what we see in the US. I see your point, but your healthcare system has a bit trouble with their data too, because it's too accessible. And so I think it's about finding the right balance. And that's the key, right? How can you regulate to make an even market where competition can actually happen and where you don't create inequalities, but at the same time not regulate too much to hinder innovation. And then there comes in ethics, and that's where it gets really complicated. We have to switch to cheap technologies, right? We will have the same with AI, and I do think, I quite often hear in discussion with my European colleagues, oh well, we're regulated before the problem arrives. And quite often states are criticized to not regulate quick enough. But I think that's the wrong approach in my personal opinion, because how can you put that sensible regulation towards a problem that you don't yet understand? And I just think we as governments were doomed a little bit to lag a little bit behind. It's not necessarily bad.